So before I show you, my workout to get bigger legs, as you notice, my legs are not huge. It's a work in progress. It's my third year training. At first, I used to train them real light. I never used to squat all the way down, and until a few weeks ago, you guys noticed a difference already. About 3 weeks ago, I introduced a new workout. I'll show you in this video the whole routine. But as you notice, my legs are a little bit thicker now, and I'm leaner, so they're definitely responding well to that new type of training. But this is just a little flexing, so I show you guys my legs, so far. Not the biggest things, man, but it's a work in progress, like I said. Hopefully next year when I do a nice bulk, they'll get a little bit bigger. But this is my routine. It's very long. You could customize it the way you like. It just incorporates most of the basic compound movements for legs. Hope you enjoy it, and it starts right now. So this is my new leg routine. If you're a woman, feel free to do this one. I like to warm up my knees with leg extensions right here. Go pretty light. Make sure you have your feet are free. That way, you're not putting a lot of stress on your kneecaps. What you could do when you go heavier as well, you could hold it at the top and really squeeze. I do 5 warm-up sets over there, and then I go over here. Once my knees are already warmed up, I start with squats. This is way easier to go all the way down. The same way that I warm up, you see how low I'm going? That's the same way that I'll do my heaviest rep. I want to use strict form on every single rep. I usually warm up with 45s, then I add 25s, then 10s, and then 2 plates, and then another 10, and then I go to my heavy sets. That way I stretch out properly and I avoid all injuries. So right here is my heavy sets. As you can see right here, I'm gonna try to go all the way down. I don't have big glutes or big legs. I wasn't blessed with them. I had to work for what I have right now. And what I'm doing here is I'm doing 5 heavy sets of 5 reps each. I'm doing 5. It's a good routine, for leg development. Very, very popular. But as I increase the weight, I'm gonna do that real slowly. As long as I have strict form on each squat, I'm gonna keep it like that. Strict form on every. Doesn't matter how much the weight it is. And then we move on to leg press. And over here, I'm trying to keep my reps a little bit high, trying to hit 10s all the time now, with 5 plates on every single rep. This one right here is a real good for the size. This is one of the must exercises you must do if you want thick, bigger legs. There's different variations of this machine, and the other one is that I just started adding, just the fact that I need more more hamstrings, is stiff-legged. Basically, you try to keep your knees just a little bit locked and just stretching the back of your hams when you're pulling up the weight. It's like a deadlift, but you're not touching the floor. You're just stretching your hamstrings. So I warm up with just 2 sets on that one, and here's another one. You get a real good stretch. You leave your knees locked, and then you raise that other leg as high as you can, and it gives you a nice stretch. That's a exercise football players use. That guy's a football player right there. That's what they taught him. And this is me right here with 2 plates. I'm trying to use as good form as possible. A lot of people like to lock out their knees. I feel it when I bend them just a little bit more. I feel it more when I do it that way. As you can see, I'm going at a pretty good pace, not too fast, not using a lot of momentum, and really stretching. So if you're lacking, the back of your legs, feel free to give this a try. For most all these sets, I'm doing between 3 to 5 sets. Almost all of them except lunges. For lunges, I just do 2 sets, and I might increase the volume on this pretty soon. I just started doing lunges. Lunges is one of the best exercises for your glutes. All the pressure, as you can see, is landing right on your glutes. So if you want big glutes, this is the one you want to do a lot. Squatting is gonna lift your glutes, but lunges is what's gonna make the size bigger. So if if you're just squatting, add these on them to do some lunges. I'm using the Smith machine, just the fact that I could go heavier, and I'm dropping the weight right on my glutes. And I'm trying to do high reps, well, mid reps, 8 to 12 reps on each leg. And I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing 2 sets on this one. I'll rate all the workouts down below so you guys can check it out. And this is if you guys saw my last video, I'm doing sissy squats with the Smith machine. I have to go a little bit lower. You notice I'm not going that low. This makes the muscle right next to your kneecap, that teardrop, it makes it more muscular. Do 2 sets of this one right here, this exercise. Once you try, you really feel the muscles stretching, and you get a real good good workout with this one right here. You could do it without without the weight if you want to get used to it at first. And after that one, more hamstring exercise. I like to do lying leg curls of 3 sets right here. Just 3 heavy sets. My legs are already warmed up, so I don't even warm up on this one. I just go real heavy and try to hit about 8 to 12 reps, and that's for 3 sets. And that's one of the things I'm lacking right there is my hamstrings. I should have been doing a lot of stiff-legged and going hard on my lying leg curls. This one right here is for your quads and for your glutes again. This one is real good for you ladies out there that, like I said, that are trying to get a bigger ass. But yeah, you see, man, that little glute that I have, those little glutes, I had to work real hard for those. Hopefully, with this new workout, all these different machines now, hopefully I can get them bigger. Especially for my competition, it's gonna help my physique look a lot better when you have bigger glutes. But I keep the ranges over here pretty high as well, 8 to 12 reps. And as far as how many sets you want to do for your workout, it depends on your goals. If you want to work out long or you just want to go hard, I recommend that you keep it between most 3 to 5 sets. On some machines you can keep it to 2 sets if you're doing a lot of workouts like me. For example, right here, I'm just gonna do 2 sets on this one. This one, it will make your thighs look a lot thicker. It works the middle, and it makes it a lot stronger. Definitely helps with everything. And then this is the last one right here. So definitely give these a try, especially if you're a lady. Anyways, just like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. Later.